You don't know what's going on. It's like the defense doesn't know what's coming, and it's like all of a sudden it happens. It's like, wait a minute, we just got scored on. We just got scored on. Score. But I hope everybody's weekend went well. Once again, I may have eaten a little too much. I'm not sure. Like I had breakfast, I had lunch, and then dinner. Actually, I had 2 courses of lunch, but that was pretty much kind of downplayed. At least I like to think so. I don't know why I keep talking about my eating habits on stream. They're not supposed to be on stream. They're supposed to. I'm craving Timbits right now. I am completely craving Timbits, like all chocolate Timbits. Yesterday, before I went to bed, I was craving them. Like it was insane the amount of times I was craving chocolate Timbits. For those of you who don't know what Timbits are, you know when you have a donut and there's a hole right in the center? That is a Timbit. That, like, that hole is its own thing. Like, it's like okay, so the Timbit is the size of that hole, but it is. You just like cut out and it's like, well, it's a little bit of a ball. It's a donut hole. Like, okay, you know what? Fine. I'll say it. It's a, in Canada we say Timbits, and everywhere else which is saying everybody else says donut holes. Honestly, I'd rather say Timbits because donut holes just sounds dirty. It sounds really dirty. Let's not split hairs. Donut holes sounds really dirty. It's like, so what can I get for you, ma'am? Yes, I would like to have a large hot chocolate, uh 2 donuts, and a dozen donut holes. And it's like, will that be for here, or are you going to, start screwing the donuts in the donut holes? It's like, you you know who I am. You know what I'm about. How do you think the donuts get all sticky? Ew. That is just disgusting. Mm. Like this hot chocolate I keep making myself. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's the smell. But how are you? How are you, Lamp? Let me give you a pat right here. Pat, 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 pat. Sometimes I don't know if I'm being creative with the titles here, but whatever. So we're just gonna have a little chat for 30, no, for 90 minutes, and then we're going to Happy Family Day, everybody. Yeah, I forgot about that. Happy Family Day. I hope everybody's having a decent family day. If you're still asleep, good. Um, yeah, if you're still asleep, that's fine. Um, but if you're not, welcome, and I'm sorry that you ended up being here. But I hope you have yourselves a snazzy day. I don't know why I keep saying snazzy day. That's pretty much like double X Code. 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 My goodness. Okay, so before I actually ended up starting the stream today, I had to throw away so much garbage. Some of it, some of it is still here, but I still had to throw away some. Like most of it was recycling. I realized that most of it was recycling, like they were plastic containers. I just realized, holy crumbs! So it wasn't so much. Oh wow! So they were, yeah. So they were like recyclables. I just kept putting in the garbage like a moron. But honestly, I did end up just throwing away a huge garbage bag of garbage that was piling up. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. It's like, okay, I got rid of a lot of garbage. Now I could just relax and what's that? I actually have accumulated a lot more garbage. Where am I going wrong? Where am I going wrong? Like, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep my room clean. And nice job, Kiara. Absolutely nice job. You have a plate that you forgot to like bring downstairs. Your dresser is messy. Your other dresser is messy. You're accumulating a lot of junk right in front of you, some of which are collecting dust right now. And look at that, it's 1 degree out and it's partly cloudy. It's different, I'll give you that. Um, yeah, it's different, I'll give you that. Yeah. So what happened yesterday? Yesterday, I actually made a new song on bass guitar. You know, I actually made a new song on bass guitar, and holy crumbs! Like about time I did that. Unfortunately, the song was 11 seconds short of my goal, or whatever. Like it was 11 seconds short. Like I wanted to be at least like 250 something or 240 something, but it ended up being like 11 seconds short. I'm like, damn it. Oh, it sucked. That sucked. You know? Like I wanted to like so I have like 7 original songs left. I mean 7 original songs down, 5 left. So that pretty much means like literally 45 minutes before I started streaming, I was working on a softer song on bass guitar, you know? Like again, I don't want to keep making like really fast fast paced music, you know? I don't want to be like punk and all that. I want to do something acoustic wise, you know? Cuz you know, most of the things that I've actually played, like I play very few soft, lighter and softer songs, like very few, and I'm like, maybe I should just start doing that, you know? I should just start like, yeah, I should probably just start making the best, like not the best, but I don't know, maybe 3 softer songs, one which is like acoustic a little bit, the second one is going to be like folksy a little bit, and then the third one is going to be third one is going to be something I've been working on since 2019. Yeah, I've been working on something else since 2019 or 2020. No, 2019. Around 2019. So, I've been working on something for like 2 years and it's dedicated to my grandma. And I wanted to like make it. It's just that I just need to focus, you know? And that dedicated last song to my grandma is going to be the last track on the thing, you know? I don't want to make it long. I just want to make it bittersweet, and it's like you're sending somebody off until you meet them again, you know? Like I want to like dedicate something to my like that to my grandma all the way through, you know? I want to like go into the whole like let's just calm, let's just be calm, you know? I want to be those let's just be calm and just like have it a softer kind of soul crushing moment, you know? Um and I that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. Just have something like something um you know? Like what 7 of those songs, wait, 6 of those songs already are like really fast paced, and then one is like kind of mid tempo. And so I want to just make like 3 softer songs and then one really heavy song, you know? Um Goodness, I just want to be a part of a band, but I know that's never going to happen. Mm. I know me being in the band is never going to happen because you know, some bands want musicians, not bass players. Oh yeah, I diss myself. I'm a bass player and a Canadian. I'm allowed to diss myself twofold. I can self deprecate. I can self deprecate, Mark. My goodness. Yeah, so in 90 minutes we are going to play. No, at the 90-minute mark, we're going to play Devil May Cry. Um, one of these, like, one of these days I want to raid Bisected. I want to raid her. And I never get to. It sucks, you know? But on the other hand, I'm just realizing that I'm streaming earlier and earlier. Like, one of these days I'm just going to end up streaming at 5:30 in the morning, and then it's going to be 2 hours later, it's going to be 7:30. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I guarantee you that might happen. Cuz and eventually it'll be like I'll just like wake up at like 4:50, and then the stream is going to be 3 hours long. Like yesterday was 4 hours, and then I ended up playing Devil May Cry for like after the 1:30 mark. So that was what 2.5 hours, which which is exactly how much time it is to watch Wonder Woman 84, which did not need to be 2.5 hours. Yeah, I watched a couple of mediocre movies yesterday. Wonder Woman 84 and Godzilla King of the Monsters. Oh, my goodness. I'm realizing more and more that the day before I was watching decent movies. Okay, I watched 3 movies on Saturday. 2 of them were decent or pretty good, and one of them was the Fast and Furious, the new Fast and Furious movie. And then yesterday I ended up watching like 2 mediocre movies. Like the Wonder Woman movie was mediocre as hell, but at least I remember it. I don't remember, like, if you told me what happens in Godzilla King of the Monsters in like a week, I would be like, yeah, I don't know what happened. But you watched it. Yeah, I did. I don't know what happens. I forgot what happens. It's like, can you at least describe what happens in the other Godzilla movie? Well, Bryan Cranston is completely wasted. There's a whole bunch of characters that you don't care about. And Godzilla is in like 10 minutes or has 10 minutes of screen time. What about Kong? Skull Island. It's like, well, let's see. You got John Goodman getting killed. You have Tom Hiddleston killing things with a sword or a blade. You have them rescuing a comedic John C. Reilly, who's really funny in that. And also, you have like Samuel L. Jackson staring down a gigantic ape. You know? My gosh, I can't believe I watched that before COVID. Like, oh my goodness. It's like in the Godzilla movies, like, oh my goodness. At least I can tell you what happens in like the 1998 Godzilla movie. That's a lot of fish. People mispronouncing Matthew Broderick's character's name, Tatopoulos. Like a Greek last name is very hard to say. I can spell it. Tatopolous. Not TA question mark dot exclamation point. And also, I just wanted to make it really bad. Are you mad at me? And good luck with your career. You know? Like, several moments. Oh, and the military causing a lot more damage than the title monster does, which is flat out impossible, which is amazing. Like, I remember people like Matthew Broderick. I remember his bland as hell girlfriend. I remember three of the five Simpsons castmates that are part of the movie. Um, Let me see. I remember John Reno. I remember Vicki Lewis. I remember all those people. Because you know what? At least the characters were colorful. That's something you don't get from the Godzilla movie from 2014. Like, yeah, the movie is a big improvement on the 98 version. But, you know, I get to see Godzilla a lot more in 98. And I remember the characters in the 98 version. Yes, again, it is a better movie, but I don't remember anything from the 2014 one. I remember going to my friend's house and we watched it together in his basement. We both agreed that the characters outside of Bryan Cranston's character, because, he is a character and they wasted him. He actually is a character. I mean, I know that he was doing Breaking Bad during this time, but still, you know what? You could have held off. You honestly could have held off, like until he finished the season, or until the show went on hiatus. Like, shoot it in between seasons, you know? And he could be in the movie longer, as opposed to like, yeah, whatever. He's the best part of the movie, but we know we wasted him. We know, but you know what? Hey, at least you're invested in the movie now. It's like, not anymore. You got rid of the most emotionally driven character in the movie. So thank you for that. And now we have what? Yeah, now we have like nobody, and we just have like bland characters, all we do is have like bland characters, and it's like, come on, you know it's like you're leaving us with like people who you don't remember, you know like you have like people like Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Sally Hawkins, Ken Watanabe in this movie. Like, you have all those people, but you waste them all by giving them nothing. I mean, I get it. I get it. Like, I completely get it. Like, I get that you want to like advertise it as only a Godzilla movie. I completely get it. But maybe have a little bit of the human element. Like, even that's what the 98 version did right. Like, there's the humans were dumb, but you remember them. Like, you remember Matthew Broderick's like nerdy scientist guy. You remember Animal with his wisecracking camera holding abilities. You remember, Harry Shearer actually like holding, like hitting on the lead actress. You remember all of that. Not to say that they're particularly good. Like, in fact, the movie is really bad, but I make the argument that the 98 version is way better than the Godzilla movies I watched. Like, holy. Like, it's like bar none. Like, I would rather watch the 98 version because you know what? They are quick. They are fun. Like, no, sorry. The 98 version is quick. It's like you're out of there in 90 or like like an hour and a half to like 100 minutes. Like, at least 1 hour and 40 minutes. You're in and you're out. Like, it's like, okay, here's a popcorn movie. Let's just keep going. But you still remember the characters in your head. Like, yes, the other, like, because I barely remember what happens in the 24 in like Godzilla King of the Monsters. I barely remember. I'm not joking when I say I can't tell you much of a thing. And I watched that movie barely 12 hours ago. Like, I watched that movie literally 12 hours ago. I know it has Millie Bobby Brown. I know it has Bradley Whitford. I know Ken Watanabe is back. You know? I know all those people are back. The problem is, I don't really. I can't, like, give me like 5 days and I'm gonna say, I don't remember watching that movie. Like, I'm not joking when I say that. I don't remember watching that movie at all. You know? I don't remember watching that. Did, am I am I missing one of the movies here? I think I'm missing one of the movies. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm missing one of the movies, but regardless. Good trans girl. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the party. I hope you're doing okay. Let me shout you out. I'm glad that I caught your stream yesterday. Like, I apologize. Here's the thing. As a Canadian, I apologize because I am Canadian, so I have to apologize. But I have to apologize because I was there later than usual. Because I genuinely thought you were offline because your profile picture was black and white on Twitch, and whenever it's like a profile picture is black and white, that means somebody is offline. But then I look closer, I'm like, oh no, you're playing Fallout. Oh crap. I'm doing okay. Just went shopping. Then I went swimming. Then I threw bees at people. But I'm glad that you're doing okay. Just like, talking about movies. Yeah, I was talking about movies I watched yesterday, Um, and I was talking about, the Godzilla King of the Monsters, which, I, I mean, unless you're a huge kaiju fan, I would not recommend it because I was about to say that, I can't remember, like, if in 5 days, you get back to me in 4 days. In 4 days. So, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In 4 days. In 4 days, ask me what happens in Godzilla King of the Monsters. And I'm going to be like, did I watch that movie? Did I watch that movie? Oh yeah, I did, but I don't remember anything what happens in that movie. I actually don't remember much of what happens in the 2014 movie. Oh my gosh, I barely remember what happens in the 2014 movie. Like, it's just murky. Like, everything in those two Godzilla movies are just murky to me. Like, there's just nothing to it, you know? There's nothing to those movies anymore for me. Like, where's the color? Like, where's the color? Like, generally, where's the color? Like, the movie, like, I watched that movie yesterday, and the movie before I watched it, the movie that I watched before Godzilla was Wonder Woman 84. That is a bad movie. That is a movie that does not need to be 2.5 hours. It does not need to be like that. And, like, I'm pretty sure Wonder Woman 84 is pretty much on par with the second Spider-Man movie and the Tom Holland movies, in which is like, oh, this is really bad. This is, like, really bad. And the first one was pretty decent, or a decent start. And the second movie was bad. And they're doing a third movie, so hopefully it'll be good. I have not seen no spoilers for the new Spider-Man movie, but I have not seen it yet. Not yet. I have not seen it yet. But, like, the Wonder Woman 84 was bad, but at least I remember it. And, like, okay, some of it was murky, but, for the most part, there are colors all over the place. Like, it's bright and colorful at least. You don't get that from Godzilla. My profile picture is black and white. Lol, it's one of my favorite pics. I mean, I understand if it's one of your favorite pics. It just confused me. I apologize. It doesn't stick. No, it doesn't. Godzilla King of the Monsters nor Godzilla 2014 sticks. Either way, you don't have to be there the whole time. I appreciate you showing up. Anytime. Like, I appreciate you showing up here. Um, I just want to apologize because that's me. I'm Canadian. It's my God-given duty to apologize. Oh, and I think this hot chocolate just made me a little bit seasick, even though I'm not on sea. So I better get some ginger ale. I'll be right back. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna get some ginger ale. Ginger ale. There we go. Here's the ginger ale. I'm gonna have to drink it so my stomach will settle and I wouldn't throw up on stream again. Oh god, ginger ale is so good. Ginger ale and a tall glass of water is just like mwah. A tall glass of water. But yeah, yesterday I was celebrating my 1 year anniversary of doing these streams. Hello, F Diddies. How are you? Welcome to the party. I hope you're doing okay. Happy anniversary. Thank you. My anniversary was yesterday. So we're gonna do the same thing as yesterday, where for 90 minutes we're gonna do a just chatting stream, and then the rest of it I'm gonna be playing Devil May Cry, the first one. Like, I already beat the first half of Devil May Cry yesterday, and I'm gonna beat the rest of it. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the rest of it later on. You know. So yeah, I can't wait for that to happen. I'm just gonna put this in here. There we go. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. So welcome to the second year, the first day of the second year of the early stream. Unless, of course, somehow it gets canceled. You know? Not canceled, but I just lose interest. But it's been over a year. It's officially been a little over a year. Like, a year and a day. So, yes. You know? Like, I'm genuinely so surprised that, I'm still here. But, yeah, I was talking about movies that I watched the past few days. Like, in 2 days I ended up watching like 5 movies. But how are you, Hello of Diddies? I don't think I actually like said that. Yeah, so I ended up watching. Hi, Master Chan. How are you? Welcome to the party. Hopefully you're doing okay as well. I was just talking, like, talking about how I ended up watching like 5 movies in 2 days. Like, on Saturday I watched Mulholland Drive, Halloween 2018, and Fast 9 or Fast and Furious 9. And then yesterday I watched Wonder Woman 84 and then Godzilla King of the Monsters. Oh, that was exhausting. And now I have about how many? I have 4 more movies to watch because I accidentally borrowed from the library a Mission Impossible movie that I watched in theaters. Like, I was like, hey, look, it's a new Mission Impossible movie. And then I just put it in the pile. But I did not look at the back of the box or the back of the DVD cover where it has Tom Cruise hanging on the airplane. I'm like, oh crap. I watched this one in theaters back when I was a chubby person. Oh, that's mild, but those are some good ones. Most of them are good. No, some of them are good. Like, 2 of them are good. 2 of them are good. 2 of them are mediocre. And then the 5th one is Fast and Furious 9. Have you seen Texas Chainsaw? Are you talking about the new one? Because, I don't really... I'm not really a slasher person, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not much of a slasher person. Like, yeah, I'm not much of a slasher person as much as I was when I was like 11. but I just wanted to get away from. I haven't watched it. I I just found out yesterday that it was a thing. It's heavy on gore. Oh, yeah, I understand. It's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, it's gonna be heavy on gore. Like, I remember when I heard about this movie back in 2003. Uh, you know, back in 2003 when there was that remake, and then 20 years later, 19 years later, they're making another one. That's genuinely surprising. Like, I remember the 2003 one came out, and it was rated R, so it's like I can't watch it. So I went to the library and borrowed the novelization of the movie. So yeah, um, yeah, I borrowed the novelization of the movie, and it's like, huh, that's pretty. It's the next best thing because I was desperate to watch that movie. Like I here's the thing. As a kid, I love horror movies. Like I have a not I don't watch a lot of horror movies as of recently. They're bringing back the original cast members in these remakes. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, why don't you just like bring some cast members back in cameos? I'm guessing the original cast members are in this remake are just cameos. I'm guessing, considering there's gonna be a whole bunch of people that you're gonna have to kill off in these movies. Like again, because that's kind of what you do when you remake a class something like from a long time ago into like a remake. You're just gonna be like, hey, why don't you just be in our movie for how long? Like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, I'm guessing. You know? Not as yourself, because you probably died in the original movie, but just, it's a little bit of an Easter egg. It's like, oh, that person. I remember that person in the original. Um, uh, I just don't really. I'm not a gore person anymore. Like, it's not because it's disgusting, but it's because I'm just so used to it that I have to explore other areas in terms of horror. Like, I think the nadir of the whole like bloodthirsty horror thing. I don't know if Saw counts as horror, but it's torture porn. Well, at least the movies after the first one are torture porn. The first one just straddles the the line between torture porn, horror, and mystery and suspense. Oh gosh. Three Bears Gaming, how are you? Welcome to the party. How the heck are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How are you? I'm gonna shout you out. Thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. How the heck are you? I hope you're okay. Like, I hope you're doing great. And how was your stream? What did you stream? And most importantly of all, are you doing good in school? I hope you are doing good in school. But how are you? Hey there, and nice to see you on. Hey, anytime. Hopefully your stream went well. Again, thank you for the raid, and again, I'll introduce myself. I'm Kiara Strings. I am a trans woman, and this is the early stream. And on these early streams, I usually stream like 5 or 6 days a week, for about 90 minutes or 2 hours, and we talk about anything really. So, good here. We're just about to move from Georgia to Colorado in like a week, so just took a break from packing stuff to play some Let It Die. Nice, excellent. Um, Good luck on your move. I really hope your move actually is goes really well. And I hope and I'm glad to hear that you're good. And Sierra, how are you? Hi there, cutie. I mean 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 talking to you. Definitely talking to you. But how are you? Oh my goodness. Strange. I was just thinking about, like, honestly, and I'm not kidding, I was just thinking about you while I was talking. Strange. I was just thinking about, thank you. It's a lot of work, but it's going to feel good. So good on the other side of the move. Oh, moving is so hard. Moving is really hard, but in the end, it's worth it because you get to be somewhere else that is so nice, or somewhere else, somewhere where there's a new chapter in your life, and like moving to another place is a new chapter in your life. Like, it's scary, but at the same time, you get to explore at different times, and I'm really glad that you're gonna feel so good on the other side of the move. Okay, just remember, be careful. Absolutely be careful, unless you're in Canada, in which case try to move at night. I'm all right. How are you, cutie? I mean, Kiara. I'm doing okay. Just doing stuff. I'm doing stuff, Sierra. Things. But we were talking about like horror movies and like how I kind of sort of grew out of them in like somewhere before high school or just at the beginning of high school. Uh, Unless you're in Canada, in which case, don't be careful. No, no, no. I'm saying in Canada, you have to move at night because people are going to be curious about where are you moving to, and it's like, well, it's none of your business, right? It's like, well, we've known you for about a week, and you're moving again. What's the deal? It's like, just don't, just leave us alone. Um, but yeah. Um, as a Canadian, and I apologize in advance, but as a Canadian, yeah, this is Herb tonight, and it's funny. I like horror themed stuff, like Let It Die, but I don't really watch horror movies. Um, yeah, uh, I've heard things about Let It Die, like liking. There's a difference between like liking horror themed stuff and like not really watching horror movies much. Like, I don't play a lot of horror themed stuff unless I don't play a lot of horror themed stuff unless you're talking about Dead by Daylight, in which case I will play that and I will like it a little bit. A little bit, not sure, but yeah, I will play like horror games sometimes if the mood fits me. Um but I kind of it's free and disgustingly over the top and crazy. Hey, that's exactly what you would describe Manitoba or Saskatchewan. Um but I'll think about it, but like in terms of horror movies, I kind of fell out of horror movies when the Saw franchise was going full swing. Like it was just during the torture porn era. Like the first Saw movie, as I said before, this first Saw movie straddles between horror and torture porn and thriller and suspense. Like it's right there, but it's like okay, there's some sort of balance there. You could see traces of the torture porn right in that movie, but after everything else, it's like, but it's not torture porn all the way through. The second Saw movie and then afterwards is just full on torture porn, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. And then when you just go into Jigsaw's backstory, and it's like, you know what? I don't give a crap. I just don't care. Like, because it's like torture porn is just nothing but people crying and wanting their mommy or daddy, and it's like, why am I just sitting here for like half an hour or 45 minutes just to see people get tortured? Like, if I wanted to hear people get tortured, I go to a Drake concert and see a concert filled with people. Point is, I kind of just fell out with the horror genre because of torture porn. I know that there are good horror movies out there. It's just that the torture porn genre just threw me off. As a Canadian, and I apologize in advance, I instantly believe you're a Canadian. Good, good. Again, I am Canadian, and I apologize in advance. Yeah, that should be my new pinned tweet because I have the same pinned tweet on my Twitter since 2014. New followers, I welcome you and I apologize in advance. That's how you also know I'm Canadian, because I have to, it's obligation to apologize. Haha, drag Drake. Here's the thing. I'm Canadian, and I have apologized for a few things. I have to apologize for Drake, because he's pretty much Kanye West with no talent, and everybody's like, but he's so good looking. It's like, but his music sucks. All of his music sucks. Like, here's the thing. It's okay to like any musician. It's okay to like Nickelback. It's okay to like Meatloaf. It's okay to like Celine Dion. It's okay to like Simple Plan. You know? All of them Canadian. Okay, Meatloaf is not Canadian, but, he's cheesy enough. Like, you could like any musician. I'm gonna take an argument against Drake because, like, here's the thing. There's a holy trinity of, like, hell. Like, you know how there's, like, the Lord's Prayer, like, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as, like, the Holy Spirit or whatever, like, the Holy Trinity? Drake is part of the Holy Trinity that will send you to hell. Like, there's, like, 3 things that will send you to hell. Drake, TikTok, and, what was it called? Drake, TikTok, and Fortnite. Those are the holy trinity of hell. Like, you put those 3, if you combine those 3, like, showing footage of you playing showing footage of you playing Fortnite on TikTok while a Drake song is playing, that's pretty much like you being sent to hell. That is just like a whirlpool of hell, you know? Like, and I'm genuinely not kidding. Like, that is a frightening, dark place that you don't want to mix up. It's pretty much like putting baking soda in an already unstable, like, imagine if you, like, have made a volcano and it's unstable, and anything that sets it off, like, if you even, like, touch it or put anything in it, it will just, like, slowly or instantly, like, explode and kill everybody within, like, a 50-mile radius. Like, no, not even 50. Like, the amount of radius, like, a neighborhood radius. Like, imagine if the volcano was small and it was in someone else's basement and it was in the middle of the neighborhood, and then, like, you just pour it, it's unstable, you pour in baking soda, and then instantly, not only do you get killed instantly, but your house explodes. Thank you for the raid, Laura Blake. Holy crumbs. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the raid, Laura Blake. Holy crumbs. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, Miss J Squared, Kitty Snoot Boop, Dog Bomb, Yuck Yuck Gross, Zima DJ, Kangi Cosmos. Oh my goodness. Cycle Tour. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna like reset my alerts, cause holy crap. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh my alerts right here. Hello everybody, welcome. Holy crumbs. Hi Laura Blake, how are you? Let's see. Hello Miss J Squared, Lilith. Let me see, Laura. Hi, yay! I'm a trans femme streamer from the UK, and found you on peer to peer, and hope you have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much. How was your stream, by the way? And Blackstar, how are you? Oh goodness gracious. Oh cripes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I gotta give you a follow as well. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a follow as well because, like, oh my goodness, I need to give oh my goodness. Oh, like, okay, like I actually okay. So, funny story, Laura. Um, I tried to raid you one time, but I couldn't. Like, I did try to raid you one time, like a month ago, but I couldn't. Oh, oh my goodness, metaphorical charge. Hi, I tried to, I wanted to, but the thing was, like, it wouldn't let me, so I couldn't, so I had to rate somebody else. Metaphorical charge. How are you, NBG Monkey and Kitty Snoop Boop? Um, a lot of for some very strange reason, people from the UK usually come to these streams. Like, I'm genuinely surprised that people from the UK come to this Canadian stream. Exclamation point donate. Hi there. Yeah. If you put an exclamation point donate, it will send you to like a GoFundMe page that that will send you the GoFundMe page where it shows my friend's what's it called? My friend's um thing for gender affirming surgery. So like yeah, so far $2,000 have been raised. So so far we're actually like the goal is $7,000, and I'm gonna keep going until either her friends stop it or cycle tour. Cycle tour, how are you? Ranger, elite, how are you? Um, yeah. Swear if you need to. I don't swear. I'm trying not to swear. This is PG-13. And when I mean PG-13, I mean PG-13 with an edge. Like 80s PG-13. So that is why, that is why I don't swear. I say crumbs, I do not swear. We like those fire. Love the MCR alert. Like, happy to be here. Finally, somebody knows the alert. Somebody actually knows the alert. Somebody knows the song, the My Chemical Romance song. And the My Chemical Romance song is called Give 'Em Hell Kid. So, oh my gosh. Somebody got the My Chemical Romance alert. Jaffa Cakes, you need to give Jaffa Cakes? I have no idea. I don't remember. Jenny Cat, how are you? Welcome to the party. I had to turn raids off because I had a Nazi troll. I know how you feel, Laura. I ended up having to like turn off my alerts because of the bot raids I got twice in like the past week. It's because of the time. Yeah, I'm guessing it is part of the time, you know, because I actually like no joke, like I'm pretty much one of those like these streams right here are pretty much like Canadians will not watch it or come here, but people from the UK will come here. So it's amazing. Um Kangi Cosmos, how are you? I'm a mischievous little sob, but otherwise doing well. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a great. I'm celebrating the. Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of the early stream. So what ends up happening is that like, so we are going to be here for the 90 minutes, and then I'm going to be playing Devil May Cry, the second half of Devil May Cry. So like, I'm actually really excited about like what's going to happen today. Thunderfoot Bros, how Bacon, how are you? Welcome to the party. Let me give you a shout out. If you're not following, um, Three Gay Gamers, if you hold on, if you're not following Three Bears Gaming, Laura Blake or Thunderfoot Bros, go follow them. Like they are incredible people. Like go follow them or I will sue. I'm kidding. I'm Canadian. I can't sue. Oh, I see. You okay, Jenny Cat? Breathe. Foot dies. Really, it's so good. It is good. Like that song is really good. Like no, all everybody knows about My Chemical Romance is Helena, Welcome to the Black Parade. Um, Honestly, a lot of people only know those two My Chemical Romance songs. To be completely honest, like I'm Helena, Welcome to the Black Parade. That's what casual fans will know about My Chemical Romance. Me, I still collect CDs. Like I still collect CDs. Um, I I picked Teenager Scare the living out of me. Um, like when I was a young boy, my father took me into the anytime Three Bears Gaming. I think I like a lot of MCR songs that no one talks about. I love My Chemical Romance. Like my favorite song is probably The Sharpest Lives or How I Disappear. Like oh my goodness, like the Black Parade album is so much more than Welcome to the Black Parade. It has some downright bangers on that album. Like there are so many bangers on Black Parade, and of course, what was it called? Black Parade and Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Like when I heard "Give 'Em Hell, Kid," I'm like, Mama is awesome. Mama is actually like my top five favorite My Chemical Romance song. Like it's beautiful. Like sometimes you're like, yeah, I gotta get used to this, but Mama by My Chemical Romance is just like tearing everything down. Like it's like chef kiss dot gif, you know? Never listens to My Chemical Romance because I'm a bit of a snob with music. Lilith, what music do you listen to honestly? Cause I'm fine with all sorts of music. Like if you look at my CD collection right here, you will see that it's like all over the place, you know? There's like it's pretty popular stuff like Green Day, My Chemical Romance, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, My Chemical Romance again, Linkin Park, Blink 182, My Chemical Romance again, Green Day, Blink 182, Radiohead again, um, Radiohead, Foo Fighters, and of course, Led Zeppelin. Okay, hold on a minute. And of course, Led Zeppelin. Um, Chloe, how are you? I think I listened to the Sweet Revenge album at least monthly since it came out in my teenage years. Honestly, honestly, I only started getting interested in My Chemical Romance. Actually, the first time I heard of My Chemical Romance was actually when I heard Helena for the first time. I actually have a My Chemical Romance story. So I remember when I heard Helena for the first time and I liked it. And this was back when I was in elementary school. And my like some of my classmates were like part of the emo crowd, and I'm like, okay. And then originally they were supposed to like do something like the music video on stage. Like they were supposed to be like they wanted to do something like Helena on stage or whatever. And so one day they actually went up to me and be like, "Hey, listen, do you want to be part of this? Like, we're making a." They were making a coffin. They were actually making a coffin, so somebody could like lie in it, or it's just like background, just like dancing like in the music video or whatnot. And we were there was gonna be a rehearsal. You know, they were just gonna be like dancing all over like everywhere. Like we were gonna everybody. I wasn't gonna be a part of it because I was still into hip hop music, but they were going to like do something as similar like the Helena music video. I don't think it ended up happening, but it was a really cool idea because like they actually were making they were making the coffin. They actually painted it all black. So yeah, like if I was the same person as I was now, if I was the same person then like I am now, I would have been full on board. Like honestly, I would have been full on board. But Chloe, how are you? Welcome to the party. Uh like no one ever talks about I brought you my bullets and brought you my love. Honestly, it's more like because the theatrics were there. You know, like I Brought You My Bullets was pretty much like Pablo Honey by Radiohead. Like the pieces were there. You can see the potential in it. It's just that the pieces haven't been connected yet. Like it would take another album for them to like look at the best parts of the previous albums, build it up and make more, you know? Just make a lot more. And I'm okay, Chloe, just doing things. So nobody really like Vampires Will Never Hurt You is so good. Like and honestly, not many people will talk about anything else. You know, not many people will talk about anything else from My Chemical Romance's first album. Again, I Brought You Bullets is to My Chemical Romance, is to Pablo Honey, is to Radiohead. Like again, like everybody knows the one song, Vampires Will Never Hurt You and Creep, and the rest of it is just okay to just kind of forgettable. Like again, the pieces are there, the potential is absolutely there. It's just it's gonna take their next album, which is like Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge and the Bends, and they're gonna be like, whoa, so this is how it is. Now I want to go on a road trip with Kiara and bust out those CDs. Oh yeah. And I have a lot more CDs in that dresser over there. I gotta tell you, there are a lot more CDs like in that drawer. I have a drawer over there filled with CDs. Like it's literally filling. Like I have Metallica CDs. I have a Beatles CD. I have Rush CDs. I have Red Hot Chili Pepper CDs. Like it's all over the place, you know, and it's genuinely everywhere. Like look, I have Gorillas, somebody you never heard of, Red Hot Chili Peppers and Julie Black, Red Hot Chili Peppers again, Led Zeppelin. Like some people actually are gonna look at me and go, Led Zeppelin. Like if people are looking at me, it's like, oh, you probably like goth music, and then I just put in Led Zeppelin 3. It's like, you like Led Zeppelin? It's like, yeah, I love Led Zeppelin. Love them. Led Zeppelin 3 is my favorite Zeppelin album. That is a minority, but yeah, you know what? We have similar tastes, but new metal and emo stuff I am snobbish about. Okay, Lilith, for a tiny moment, I was kind of into new metal like a month ago, because I was listening to a little bit of Korn and Limp Bizkit way after they were popular. So, you know, like I love emo stuff, but yeah, me too. Like Helena was the first one, and I explored more of their songs. Exactly, like Helena was like the song that broke out everything. Wait, actually, come to think of it, Helena, and because of Burnout 3 Takedown, I'm Not Okay, I Promise. Those were the first two My Chemical Romance songs I've ever heard. Back in the MySpace days. I looked at my MySpace recently and it was my like that was underappreciated. We have similar tastes. We do. I've been listening to Wu Tang a lot lately. I don't personally listen to a lot of Wu Tang Clan, but if you like it, like I know the members, but I don't listen to them all that often or at all. Radiohead's Kid A Amnesiac is a really cool free PC Mac PS5 interactive, totally checking out. My boyfriend actually said the same thing. Like he actually said the same thing in terms of like um what has like Radiohead's like, cuz I'm a Radiohead defender. I love Radiohead. The art exhibit I'm going to have to look at a little bit. So yeah. Now, admittedly, I haven't listened to MCR's newer stuff. My Chemical Romance hasn't made a new album or any songs since Danger Days, which is Danger Days is not as good as the two albums before it because like Danger Days gets a bad rap. Honestly, like I want to. Can I just talk about Danger Days and why it is the way it is? I'll catch up in the chat soon. Nothing wrong with classic rock. There's nothing wrong with it. Like here's the thing. I love Led Zeppelin. My boyfriend loves Rush. He got me into Rush like a lot. So I am going to get him into Radiohead. So help me God. Also my favorite Led Zeppelin album. Nice. OMG. I'm really into Limp Bizkit now and I hated them 20 years ago. Yeah, here's the thing. That's mostly because Limp Bizkit was extremely popular 20 years ago to the point of hype backlash. Like, it was hype backlash to the point where, like, everybody hated them. And then they just went to the downfall of the career, and then it's just simmering, and it's like, let's look at Limp Bizkit again. Like, a lot of the music wasn't good, but it's like, hey, I can enjoy this, you know? I think the hate was more like, yeah, the backlash, and the fact they were so popular, you know? The one MCR story is that I saw them perform live, but I left early because I was more interested in the opening act that missed. The opening act that I missed was Rihanna. That, okay, you know what? Rihanna and My Chemical Romance. Can I just, like tell the people who thought that Blink 182 touring with Lil Wayne, to the people who thought that Blink 182 touring with Lil Wayne was weird, I will tell. Let's like look at Black Star Bebop's message about the opening act for My Chemical Romance being Rihanna. Like, come on. Like, come on. Seriously? Really? Like, Lil Wayne and Blink 182 is weird, but nobody blinked an eye for Rihanna and My Chemical Romance? Are you serious? I mean, I didn't think anything of the Blink 182 Lil Wayne thing, but seriously? Ghost of You I heard a lot as well. I didn't hear of Ghost of You until high school, and that was during like that oh yeah, Ghost of You was it was on oh crumbs, it was on Three Cheers. I kind of forgot that it was on Sweet Cheers. It wasn't on Black Parade. I forgot. The Linkin Park and Jay-Z mashups I really like. Oh yeah, the Collision Course album. I only heard one song, but I really like that. Ooh, you hit 800 followers. Yeah, I did. I didn't. I don't check my numbers, but yeah, Wu Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. Bring on the ruckus. Uh, I'm not. I don't know much about Wu Tang Clan, but yeah, Danger Days feels like more of a story than an album. Um, Ghostface, blah blah blah. The mic burst. um, but I want to talk about Danger Days and why it is a story than an album. Like there is like a lot about what happens with Danger Days. Like I could go on forever because I have a My Chemical Romance book, and because of TV tropes, I can actually give everybody the kind of the full story about what happened and why Danger Days ended up the way it did. Limp Bizkit was ever overplayed and it was annoying, but now like not many people. Well, now that they have like a comeback album, which people are like, oh, this is pretty decent now. Hype is part of what makes some music annoying. Not even the music itself being good or bad. You hear that, Drake? No matter how good or how bad or how unpopular you are, your music will still be Kanye West without the talent. Like sometimes you want to believe the hype, but it's like sometimes when everybody's talking to your ear about it, especially in Canada where people are like Drake is the second coming, like he's the new Star Wars movie. It's like, would you shut up? Drake is just Kanye West without talent. Granted, this was Rihanna on the way up. She wasn't big time yet. She only had one song that people knew. The one song. Are you talking about Pon de Replay? It's like one by one and two by two. You know that song. So yeah. So she was on her way up. Because if you're talking about that song, then you notice that she does not like that song. Like, I don't know if you know this, but she does not like Pon de Replay. It's her breakout single, but she does not like that song. Like, at all. And it's kind of a black sheep hit. Like, honestly, like, if you listen to Pon de Replay and then all the other Rihanna singles, it does sound, it's pretty much like her, not, it's not, she doesn't hate it as much as Radiohead hates Creep, but there's a different sound to it. So yeah, 800 Minions. I don't want to. I don't want to think about that movie. So I want to actually talk about like Danger Days. So some people don't know why Danger Days is the way it is. So My Chemical Romance was like when the Black Parade was released, it was everywhere. Like in my high school, people who were into rock or hip hop or R&B knew My Chemical Romance. Like they knew Welcome to the Black Parade by heart. Like if you put the song on the announcements, everybody, every single person in the school would sing the song like by heart. Like it was everywhere, and they toured like crazy. Like this was like the tour lasted for like almost 2 years. Like it was really ambitious. Like the tour was extremely ambitious. Like they toured for almost 2 months. They were burning out. Some people got sick. Some like it got to the point where the band members were just so sick and tired of playing songs from the Black Parade and ended up playing like songs from the first two albums just to compensate and just to shake things up. None of my country, you play that, you get mercilessly bullied. Oh, like I'm talking about in my like in my country, in Canada, which I apologize, I'm Canadian, but in my country they were playing it everywhere, and but like when you like we like Chloe, you mentioned getting mercilessly bullied. Um, there was the controversy about My Chemical Romance. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but there was a controversy surrounding them. Like a teenager ended up like committing suicide. And they and people were like blaming My Chemical Romance because they were like so called preaching about death or just like being one of those emo bands who are like telling people to like go on the other side. And it's like, what? And in the words of Bill Hicks, what band wants their fans dead? And the Black Parade was not about, it was about death, sure, and it was morbid, but it had humor, it was heartwarming. Yes, there were tear jerkers and it was scary at points, but it was just about like moving on, like a patient, somebody dying of cancer, and they're just seeing things like they're pretty much their dying dream. But like the media pretty much misinterpreted as emo is dark, it's full of death and murder, and emos are crazy, and it's like, and then people, and like there were these poorly researched articles about the emo movement, and it was like, you clearly didn't do research on this particular band, you absolutely did not. And like My Chemical Romance had to like write a statement about the girl's death and explain that they had not, their music was full of hope, and like yes there are dark moments but still full of hope. And like a lot of the fans actually like defended them, saying like people like the Daily Mail and all that were really like hounding down on the band because they were just so different and they were just this emo movement. And My Chemical Romance themselves said that they weren't emo, but they're just like pop punk with an edge, which I completely get it. Because there is an edge to My Chemical Romance that not many people had, even in the 2000s. It's an expression, exactly, Lilith. And you have a good day, Bacon. You have a good day at work. You're the best. I love you. Have a great day at work. And take care of yourself. Yeah, F the Daily Mail in its arsehole. Daily Mail are one of the leaders pushing hate against us, so there's no surprise. Yeah, like exactly, like and like the emo controversy, especially with the Daily Mail just spreading hate and awful words and poorly researched thoughts, that was the apex. And because of all that and the touring, like the band was extremely burnt out, and their lead singer Gerard Way was pretty much like trying to figure out what's the next thing. And like the next thing, they did start recording a few songs, but it just didn't fit. It wasn't really good. You know, it just didn't have a proper narrative. And so what ended up happening was they would eventually take the songs that they recorded, scrap them, and put them later in another album called Conventional Weapons, which is pretty much like, it's not an album, it's just like take like songs that didn't fit any of their other albums. So they tried again, and since Gerard Way was like, he wanted another concept album, but it was like lighter and softer because he was tired of like touring with the Black Parade album after like 2 years, because the album The Black Parade was one of the most distressing albums to ever be recorded. And keep in mind, like, their last two albums, like the first two albums, were like not a walk in the park to record, but the third album, they were apparently they were seeing ghosts, they were haunted. One of the people, like the bassist Mikey Way, had a mental breakdown, and he needed to leave because the house that they were recording in was isolated from everywhere else, and like the isolation was just getting to him, and he was having night terrors, and he just had to like, and at one point like the band members actually had to like have a separate room so they could talk about their emotions, and the emotions were running high, and they put their blood, their energy, their soul, they were testing each, like they weren't testing each other, but they were tested with the fact that they were just like going into like this dark depressing thing. They were making this album that shed what people knew about them, and they just made themselves into totally new characters. And after that and the constant touring and the emo controversy, they just needed a little bit of a break, because the tour again lasted almost 2 years. And then Danger Days comes along. When they made Danger, like Gerard Way is like, okay, we don't want to be as distressed as we don't want to be as distressed as what we were in the last three albums. So let's just, instead of going for the darker and edgier sound, let's just go lighter and softer. And that's why Danger Days sounds the way it does. Like, that was pretty much the band trying to have fun. You know? Like, if you look at the music video for their na 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 na, like, if you look at that, it's just them having fun. Like, there's no black. It's pretty much like a comic book, which is funny because like Drawway would end up being in a comic book thing, like Vampire Academy, Umbrella Academy. And the thing was, like, he wanted to make some like a story that was like easy to handle, but at the same time it was still a little bit complicated. And some of the band members were disappointed that the songs that they scrapped were scrapped. And then like, okay, so here is Danger Days, and here is like an album that feels comic booky, and like the songs are not dark. Well, they are dark. Like, the Danger Days album is technically a little bit darker. Like, it goes from, like, if you listen to the entire album, it goes from like lighter and softer, and it just goes slowly but surely, it goes like darker. Like, the instrumentation isn't darker like their last albums, but there is a notable drop to when it just gets really dark in lyrics and sometimes instrumentation. And and it was at the point like they were touring at one point, and their last show before they actually ended up being reunionized, like Gerard Way was just like, usually he'd actually be not that, he'd be self-aware, but he would be having fun. But this time, like in 2014, I think, or 2013, or 2012, I think 2012, around then, like early 2010s, he actually was on stage and he was not, he was doing everything like he was supposed to, you know? Like, Danger Days was more the beginning of the end in hindsight, because, like, yeah, it was a lighter and softer edge, but, like, it was, like, less urgent compared to, like, the Black Parade, and they didn't want the touring to like be like the Black Parade, so they just dialed a lot of it back. And that's pretty much as to why commercially Danger Days was not as successful, you know, because like the touring was a lot smaller and intimate as opposed to like the bloated as hell touring history of the Black Parade. So there's a reason as to why that's pretty much the reason as to why Danger Days wasn't as commercially successful. And on top of that, like the last show My Chemical Romance ever did, Gerard, like it was in the book of itself. Gerard Way was just like doing everything he does as usual, but he became self-aware, and it's like, I don't feel like I can do this anymore. I feel like I'm forcing myself to do this. I feel like I'm forcing myself to be this hammy over the top person, and I'm like, it's been like this for not too long, but I like he felt like something was just off. Like he wasn't doing a bad job or a good job. He was just doing a regular job, and that's something he didn't want to do. So then after that show, they would just disbanded. Like there was a hiatus, and then they disbanded. So yeah, Danger Days was the beginning of the end. Actually, come to think of it, scrapping scrapping the songs to make conventional weapons was the beginning of the end. So yeah, so that's pretty much all that is with Danger Days. Like again, it's not a bad album. There are some songs that I will skip, unlike their last two albums, but there are some songs that I will absolutely skip because the album is a little bit long. Didn't know they were ended. They did end in 2012, and they actually did come together in 2018. I want to say, like they did get back together in 2017. Like not that much later. They just needed a break. Like honestly, all they needed was a long break, and like Gerard Way was doing comics, everybody else was doing music. You know, excuse me. Like everybody was just doing their own thing. You know, so all My Chemical Romance needed was a break. They haven't done any new music since, but honestly, I I don't want them to. I genuinely don't want them to make new music because you know what's gonna happen? There might be a chance that it ends up being like Fall Out Boy. That was a good burp. I apologize for the good burp. Or burp in general. But I like here's the thing. I don't want My Chemical Romance to be like to do much new music because remember when everybody was wanting a Fall Out Boy reunion and they got it and it's like their music became progressively worse? I don't want that to happen with My Chemical Romance. Like maybe a tour once in a while, but like everybody is doing their own amazing thing. And sometimes, you know, you apologize too much. I'm Canadian, of course I apologize too much. It's in my maple syrup filled blood. I'm loving hearing all this MCR history. Thank you. Like honestly, anytime, like I read a lot of books. Like I have an entire bookshelf filled with a lot of books. So like, yeah, I've read the My Chemical Romance book over and over again, and also the internet. So yeah, like I will talk about music a lot. You know, I will genuinely talk about music a whole lot. Um, I think my chat's broke. What do you mean? Are you okay? Your chat's broke? What happened? Is it like what is showing on screen isn't accurate to mine. I think my chat, like, I don't know about anybody else, but I think my chat is doing okay. You're my cup of tea. But I'm a hot chocolate person. Or ginger ale. Ah, ginger ale. I love you. Jenny, I think... Have you refreshed? I think you have to refresh. Yeah, I think you might have to refresh. But yeah, this is pretty much... So this, Lilith, this, everybody else, this is pretty much the early stream in general. Like, an hour and a half or 2 hours of just talking about things. You know? And that's what I like doing this. Like, I've been doing this for a year and a day. So in about like... So here's the thing. Only 4 minutes left. The thing is, in celebration of the, in absolute celebration of, what's the word I'm looking for? In celebration of yesterday's, of the anniversary of the early stream, I am going to be playing, Devil May Cry. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Devil May Cry. Oh, crumbs. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So yeah, I'll be playing Devil May Cry, at the 90-minute mark. Hi Chloe, how are you? Welcome to the party. If you're not following OK Chloe, go ahead and follow her. She is amazing and she's really cute. She is a good streamer, she's a good bean, and she is really cute. Nope. No, you don't. You are not going into, like, that scene. Hold on. Apologies, I just needed to do a few things here. But how are you, Chloe? Yeah, in a couple of minutes we are going to be playing the rest of Devil May Cry, and that's it. Oh, crap. Nope. Okay, good. Good, it's silent. It's silent now, that's good. I better go, but it was great to find your channel. Thank you for coming by, Yuck. Thank you for coming by, Yuck Gross. Hopefully you enjoy your day. And, have yourself a snazzy day, everybody. Oh, crumbs! Hold on a minute. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming by. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm just gonna change categories right here to Devil May Cry, so we can play the rest of the game. But, like, because here's the thing. I don't usually talk about the games. Like, here's the thing. I usually don't, play games, but I want to, get everybody... I'm playing some Cuphead before bed. Oh, nice. I hope Cuphead goes amazing. Like, I hope your Cuphead goes absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna change the category here. First, DMC is so good. I am going to be playing DMC. I'm actually going to be playing the first Devil May Cry game. And also, I've beaten all the Devil May Cry games already. Yeah, I've beaten all of them already. I'm just going to go ahead and just edit the stream. If it lets me, let me edit it. Let me go ahead and edit this. But yeah, like, oh my goodness, like, those Devil May Cry games are good. Like, even the second one has some moments. Need to grab some lunch? See ya? Alright, have a good, you better have the best lunch that you can. But yeah, so yesterday, we played, the first half of Devil May Cry 1. I'm just going to, change this up a little bit. So Devil May Cry HD. There we go. So yeah, there we go. An hour, exactly an hour. That's my favorite. Oh, good, absolutely good. Oh crap! I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't supposed to close it. Ah, crumbs! I was not supposed to close it. So yeah. Yesterday I played the first. How long? The first 10. Yeah, the first 10 stages of this. So here we go. Let's do this. Question related to a show. Okay, go ahead. Ask away. Ask away about the show. Ask away about this show. Offer the chalice and open the path. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Have you watched Squid Game? No, but my sister, my sister has, and she said it's really good. I have not watched it. Yeah, I have not watched Squid Game. But I hear it's really, really good and subversive. Like, that's all I've heard. It's like a really good subversive, like, show. Why won't you die? Oh, all I had to do was just go. Yeah, I have not watched Squid Game. I apologize, I have not watched Squid Game. I haven't really watched much TV in a while, mostly due to the fact that, yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV, honestly, or a lot of shows. Like, ever since Supernatural, like, I don't watch a lot of shows. Like, I would love to watch, some shows, but Supernatural just burned me out, you know? It definitely burnt me out. Same as, I'm not paying for a TV license.